All right, so this is a quick overview of actually showing how to find that regression coefficient. So on your homework, question number 8. So notice that it gave you a table and it said find the correlation coefficient. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it in Excel, Desmos Graphing app, and also on a TI-8384. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna copy this data, right? Now, when you copy it, Control C, come back, and we're gonna paste it. Now it's not gonna look right, okay? That's not, we don't want our table to look like this, okay? Um, Now we could do it, but I'm gonna make it look like what we did previously. So I'm gonna copy this and then just find a blank cell, right click, and then there's something that says transpose. We want to transpose the data. All right, so we transpose that data, and so let's make Excel a little bit larger. All right, so again, select your data, go to Insert, hit your scatter plot. All right, there it is. All right, that's the scatter plot. All right, then we want to hit this arrow right here, and we're gonna go down. There's something called a trend line. All right, we're gonna click that, and then we're gonna come and say, well, this is linear, and we're gonna go to more options. And what we want is we want display the equation, display r squared. Okay. Now, let me make one little note about this. All right. So in Excel, let's try. I'm gonna try to make this larger. All right. The reason why they square is because typically, remember, correlations can be negative. So they have something that's called r squared. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that so that you have a positive value. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do, we know r squared is 0.87, 0.8217. So what we're gonna do is just gonna hit equals. We're gonna SQ, we wanna take the square root of that because we wanna know what, and we know this is a positive correlation, all right? So we're just gonna go 0.8217, close parentheses. All right, so this, our answer, R, and let's put R. Okay, so we're going to say R is 0.91. So let's minimize this and let's see if that answer is correct. So we're going to come back over here. We're going to say, well, R is 0.91. All right, so we know we're correct. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the same data, and Desmos is a little bit smoother. So we're going to copy, and it's probably what I would recommend. We're just going to paste our data, Control V. All right, we're going to take that first guy out. Let's make this larger. All right, so now what we have to do, we want this line. We have to do a regression equation. So we're going to do y uh, sub 1. I hope it will allow me to do it. And then we're going to do approximately a times x, and then just press down 1. We're going to do plus b, and I think I messed that up. Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Notice up here, these are twos. All right, sub twos. So down here we can't use ones. We have to use subscripts to two. All right, so let's go down. Oh, there we go. All right, and so now notice, and I don't know if I can make this bigger, but notice right here, there's your R, right? So let's see if I can make this a little larger. All right, notice same exact thing. R is 0.9065, but we're rounding up. Okay, so that's Desmos. Desmos is, to me, is smoother. Excel is kind of choppy. Desmos, you put your table in, you use this little tilde key, which is your shift, and then if you look next to the one, that key next to that little squiggly line is called tilde. Type that in, real smooth. All right, and then the last one, let's use the scientific calculator. All right, so scientific calculator. So what we're gonna do like before, we're gonna hit stat, we're gonna edit, All right, I've got data in here, so I want to clear. So I'm gonna clear. Don't hit delete. Just hit clear. Hit enter. We're gonna clear that out. Then we're gonna go L1. We're gonna clear all this data out and hit enter. All right. So remember L1. I'm just gonna run those values: 8.2, 2.6, 1.3, 8.5, 1.1, and 3.5. Okay, go over or hit enter. We're gonna go over to L2 or our second list: 23.9, 13.5, 8.7, 17.3, 8.4, and 13.3. All right. So now what we're gonna do, we're not gonna plot it, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit stat. We're gonna go over to calculate. All right. And so what we want to do is we want this number 4. All right, that's linear regression. And basically what it's doing is saying A, which will be your slope, okay, times X plus some Y intercept. And we're gonna just hit number 4. All right. And just make sure that L1, L2, we don't have a frequency table. We want to store. We're just going to go ahead and put. We can put this if we wanted to graph it. We could actually put something here, but we're just going to go ahead and get it calculated. All right. Now notice it gave me A and B, but I don't have R. So what you need to do is you need to hit second catalog or 0, and we're looking for something that's called diagnostics. So we're gonna hit this x raised to x inverse, and we're gonna go down till we see diagnostics, and we want to turn this on. Okay. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go stat, going to go over to calculate, we're going to press number 4 and just enter, enter, enter. And you don't have to store it because we're not being asked to graph it. Okay. All right. And there we go. So now notice we got R squared and we have R. So that's how you find the regression coefficient using Excel, which is my least favorite, because you may have to take a square root. Then you got decimals, which is the smoothest, and then because you just type it in, and once you get the subscript right, the tilde, it'll do everything for you. And then you got scientific. So that's 3 methods to find that regression coefficient. All right, so that's it, and it's only one problem like that in the actual. There's one problem like that in the homework. So number 8.